Howdy y'all, Mike from Mortgage Nerds here in Appleton. I am here with...
Brian Hofmann.
I surprised you there, didn't I?
You did.
All right, today's topic is, when does no mean no in mortgage lending?
Ooh,
Brian.
good topic.
Thank you. What do you got?
So, when does no mean no?
Yeah.
There are so many variables, actually, like every other situation that we
Weird.
deal with, that it comes into play.
Mortgages are complex.
Right.
Who would have thunk?
So, some things to consider, right, is every single lender, banks, credit union, retail divisions, anything, right? They all have their own set of criteria, overlays or whatnot, on what they're willing to or want to lend on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Based on their risk.
right, what they want. I mean, there's some places that want 680 higher credit score, and that's all they'll take.
Right.
There's some places that'll go down to a 580 score.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different variables there.
So if you call that
You're
first bank or credit union and they're...
if you're a 650 score,
Yeah.
and they only take 680, but they say no, in your head you think I can't buy a home. It's completely false.
You get turned down from your bank or credit union. You feel bad. Now you're probably embarrassed. I mean, I'm hearing other people's stories once they come here and they, tell me why they didn't come sooner, all that kind of stuff. They feel embarrassed. They don't want to be rejected again, but they should have never been turned down in the first place. They called the wrong place the first time.
Right.
So they called somewhere with strict guidelines, 680. It'd be nice if they called those places and like, sorry, our requirement's 680, but you should call somebody else. Like they
Right.
don't. They just say, sorry, we can't help you.
Right, call Mortgage Nerds. They'll go.
Yeah.
They
shop around.
they can do almost everything.
That would be nice.
Right.
So the institutions themselves have guidelines.
Right.
Right? And then, so based on that, you may get turned down where if you would have went somewhere else, you wouldn't.
Or not necessarily even turn down your terms.
Terms could be different,
Could
right?
be totally different to where they say, you know what, you're below a 680 score. Instead of needing 5% down, you need 20% down for us to do it. Or,
Or a 30-year, instead of a 30-year fixed, you get an ARM rate.
an arm or a balloon rate. Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
And you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know that.
Sure.
You could have came here and got better terms. What's another big factor? So
I
that's
think-
probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
Number two, what do you think?
Probably loan officer experience has
That's a tricky one though,
Yeah.
because how is the consumer supposed to know if the loan officer has the experience necessary to give them the right advice?
sure. And even beyond there, I would say actually it's company experience as well. I mean, I could look to say, somebody comes in, works here, our entire company collaborates together to get a deal, a tough, tricky deal,
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah.
What it takes, the steps it's going to require to get to the closing table.
Absolutely.
So if the loan officer doesn't know what it takes to put that puzzle together to get to the closing table, it's going to be a bumpy ride and you're not going to get it done.
Or yeah, it's not going to get done. We actually have a loan officer that works here now that came from a
Big bank.
A big bank, and they are shocked at the environment that we have and the collaboration that we have to work through those challenging deals and just how we're able to navigate that and get people close. She's like, that is not how it worked over there. Like, you
Right.
fit in the box and
Exactly.
don't, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but loan officer, like, not even their experience, but their drive to solve the problem. So like, this actually is a legitimate thing. So like, if your debt to income ratio is over a certain amount, let's say it's over 50%, you need to get it under that. And you have a credit card with a small payment on it, that paying that credit card off will get you below that and get you an approval. Some loan officers don't even look at that. They run findings and say, nope, it's not approved.
Right.
Like taking that little extra effort and educating you, yep, if you pay this credit card off, then that payment will go away, then you would actually qualify. Seems so simple, like a no-brainer. So many people don't do that.
Right.
And it goes higher level than that, moving things around to like solve that puzzle for you guys. But
Yeah, there's so many different variables as
Yeah.
far as knowing credit tiers and ratios and loan to values, programs
switching them out to the
how it, the ins and outs to, if I know if I line this up, and this up, I'm going to get an approval, and this is what it's going to take to get there.
which loan program would you use that's most lenient on school loans?
VA.
Payments. Ooh, VA.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so if you've been told no in the
That's
past...
if you're a veteran, though. You
That-
can't use it if you're not.
Veterans only, yes. If you've been told no in the past, we'd love to have that conversation. Not to say that we can do your loan. Maybe you did get the right advice up front. But what we like to provide as well is if we do tell you, like, hey, you don't qualify right now, we always like to give you a path to home ownership, right? It's really determined on if you want to take the necessary steps to take that path to buy a home. It may be sell your new car and buy one with cash and save up, 5% down.
And to be brutally honest with it, you need to invest the time and money in order to get there in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
If you're being told no, it's because there's something in your profile that doesn't allow that to happen. And if you really want that home ownership, you have to take those steps to resolve that issue.
Right. If you want to own a home but you don't want to do the steps and you don't want to take the discipline to do it, then you should rent.
Yeah,
That's actually
absolutely, without a doubt.
That's the way it works. But if you do, our motivation will always match yours. If you want to buy a home and you're like, this has been a dream of our family, whatever, we're right there with you. We'll tell you everything you need to do. We'll give you the resources, even if it takes years. We've had clients for years and years until they finally got it figured
Absolutely.
out.
Yep. And those ones that do are the happiest people in the entire world. Those that took the steps, the appreciation factor of all the work and help that goes into it.
Yep.
It's priceless.
One of the reasons we do what we do with the stress that goes along with this job, right?
Absolutely.
For those people that really appreciate it. So again, guys, if you've been turned down in the past, not saying we can, solve all problems, but we love to have the conversation. So hit us up, Mike or Brian, contact us here at Mortgage Nerds. Love to talk through your scenario, see if we can help out. Remember, mortgages are complex. Let Mortgage Nerds
give you the answers you need.
Yeah.